my schedule will remain the same, but because I'm planning to take this day off, I don't want someone to book me on that date. But we can also add other additional dates as well. Let's say on that particular Monday, I want to make up for lost time, so I'm going to create a one-off availability. Here I'm going to select change a date's availability once again, and I'm going to select the 8th.
Okay, so I'm currently trying to learn, not like trying to learn, I'm trying to master like every single concept. The whole of yesterday, I was watching videos on this Google Calendar, and then I swayed a bit towards the evening. I went to master an app called Jam. So this app is it's like the app you get to use. Let's assume you have employees, right? And you want to give them, or teammates, and you want to give them computers. You want to be able to monitor these computers, factory reset it, should it be stolen or something. You want to be able to put like a wallpaper, like let's say this is an official company computer. I want to put the company logo as a wallpaper. I want to disable like you from installing things yourself. It's only what we want to install on this official computer. So I want to disable the ability to install things, disable the ability to maybe visit some websites. So I could disable the person from using the computer to do other things aside what they're supposed to be using it for. I could even make it have only one app open and no other app will be working. So if you're just on the computer, like what they do in CBT, Jam CBT, like what they do in Jam CBT, when you on those CBT computers, it's just one app and you can't take it to another app. You know, this is called mobile device manager. So I learned how to use Jam. Let me take it to my lesson history. So I watched the video not too long. Okay, this is it over Jamf with an F.
To Jamf. So APNS is the Apple Push Notification Service, and it's necessary for some of the communications that need to happen between Jamf, your MDM, and the devices. It's also necessary for certain features, like let's say a device is lost and so you want to put it in lost mode. You can do that from Jamf, but it uses this, it uses APNS. So on that sidebar there in Jamf under Apple Services, you're going to click APNS. Jamf makes this pretty easy. They really walk you through it, and there's even instructional videos included in here. Basically, you're going to first press that button that says Download Certificate Signing Request. That's going to download a file for you. Then you're going to hit Next and click that button that says Open the Apple Push Certificate Portal. And you're going to log in there using the same credentials that you used to set up the Apple Business Manager. By the way, I know I told you earlier to never, ever, ever have a shared company iCloud account. And I did mean it. You definitely...
Go. So, now, Apple Business has this, the way like as this iPad is now, right? As my iMac at my computer at the office at the company, my MacBook, right? All those my MacBook, my iMac. When I created my own, I went and created one iCloud, logged it into all the computers. When they robbed my office at the Apple, they stole the computers. Now we couldn't track it, right? The device came in one day. Guess what? Somebody switched on and accessed the iCloud. Who was that? My employees. I gave some of them access to the password, right? Access to the iCloud password. Somebody had used the iCloud password to access the account. Few days later, I saw one of my ex-employee. Somebody sent me a picture having an iMac, and I know it's the iMac he stole because his portrait used to be at the office at my Dannyokec group. His portrait used to be there. I practically left the business in his care. He had a spare key to that place. He knew the password because I gave him the password. He was the one that used to go. I know it today. He will watch this video and he will say, "Oh, Dannyokec, no, I know. Let us let that one go." So he was only able to do that thing now because we had the password in a note where they will have access to. Like if they want to install something on their computer, like they want to install an app, like then I bought one app. So I wanted that app to be installed on all the computers. So I used the one iCloud details to log into all of them. So all the iMac, which is the computers for the staff, they were using one iCloud. Now for me then, it was wise because that way the app that I bought, since it's a paid app, Normal Fusion, since it's a paid app, all of them will be able to use that subscription, right? So because if I was to use different iCloud, you pay with your credit card on this side, pay this side, this side. But if you're using one iCloud, you will just use the same app on all of them. And so I gave them the details. Now the details was each time they will come in, oh sir, we need to install something, sir, we need to update the device. So what I'm learning now is that Apple has a special plan called Apple Business. If I had Apple Business, it would have not been necessary to give anybody the details apart from the technical department. Now the technical department, or IT, has a department where we call device management. Now this is where if I have 100 employees, I'll give them official computers. There's a department that they can call, say, IT. My computer just spoiled, oh, we're working some confidential thing, and IT would factory reset it. Or there's a software they need to work with. They need to install that thing remotely. You know, IT can just install the app. Or if there is an app we built in the company, like a special app we use in the company. For instance, now I use Node.js a lot, and I use what is it called again? Electron. So majority of the job I do is with Electron and Node.js. Now, so let's say for somebody like me now who would have what is it called again? His apps on Node.js, Electron. I can actually create a custom app that all my employees will use. Like if you're the customer support, we'll create like an in-house app that would control everything you need to manage the Dannyokec Group customer care. Because the Dannyokec Group is a conglomerate. Inside the Dannyokec Group, we have Reinvest Limited, which is sports technology. We have Land Nigeria Limited, a real estate AI that will be able to make real estate better in Nigeria. We have the Car Nigeria, an automotive AI model that helps you get the latest service about cars, sell car, buy car. We have the Dannyokec Natural Gas, right? Which is the, take it up, let me put my password. I don't want. let me show them through a diagram. I have a diagram here that, let me see it up. Okay, you can bring it down now. So I have a diagram that explains everything I'm trying to say. So now, in a nutshell, I can now have computers that when I give it to people, I'm no longer saying, okay, let me buy it, because then I practically bought an iMac, because my fear was if I bought MacBooks enough, I still had MacBooks, but I thought if I bought a lot of MacBooks, maybe something will happen and they'll just carry a laptop and they'll run, they'll steal it, and I will not know. So I used to feel iMac was kind of safer for me, like they cannot just steal your iMac, right? But MacBook, they can put it in a school bag and run away. And I was working on site. Remember all this while I've been working on site? It's like now I'm trying to learn how to work remotely with like a firm. Hence the tutorials I've been learning: Jira, Slack, Agile methodology, project management, collaboration. All these tutorials I have been taking so I can learn how to now manage people from afar, because it's always on site. Let us stay at the hub. Hey, what are you working at? I can just throw and go to that place and say, okay, have you done the graphics? You, how far? What's up? Have you coded? You know? So it was always me on site. I've not really worked with people remotely. The first time I tried it, I had people who they just came in to find money they would just use and eat, but they were applying to work remotely. Now you agree to pay somebody 200,000. Now, let's do this job. Code this thing or do this graphics. He will not tell you that his generator is bad. He doesn't have generator. He doesn't have data. You Kwanu as CEO Kwanu, you get your own company, they make money. You understand? Say life hard somehow, so right. So what do? I take money and I say, okay, out of your 200k salary, this is 50k, this is 100k, this is 75k. Put your journey in order, get data, come and join me. Let's code, let's work. I've assigned something to you, right? I could tell them, okay, code this thing that the UI UX has designed. I know all those ones before now, and now you pay these people and they'll just start posting you. Sometimes they will leave your work and start doing another person's job, as if you that gave them deposit doesn't have sense, because maybe the other person was, I don't know. And I still felt maybe because I was not organized, because I was not like those big firms. I didn't really have a fancy procedure right? My own talk was just, okay, how far, what's up? Sure, you can code, you know HTML, you know CSS, you know Bootstrap. Okay, this guy did something on Figma. Carry this Figma design, code down with JavaScript, HTML, CSS, Bootstrap. Run and push and come the GitHub repo. Let me see it. Then once I see it, I will just pull the project, use live server, and inspect the code. If it's good for me, fine. I now go back and start maybe trying to do my own back end thing, because I do more of my back end myself. And that's always what it felt like for me. So in a nutshell, I have not really worked remotely the way Facebook, Amazon, they used to work. Where Amazon, if you're working with them, you're a different country, different part of the world. There is a way they used to delegate tasks to you. You know, you had a project, a Scrum Master. You know, I learned that one of recent. You know, a Scrum Master who would pick up all the backlog. You had a project manager. You had project manager, product owner, Scrum Master, and now they fill the backlog. After which they start picking what they would do next. So you do what we call epic. You know, you create stories to implement. You know, bugs, tags. Man, I didn't know this shit before. I didn't know any of these things before. But I started learning. I said these 3 months I did not work. As I'm talking to you right now, my AdSense, I've not made a whole lot of money. Like, because of these studies, I did not, like right now, I would have said I'm broke. But, you know, broke has levels, right? It's not like it's that bad. But no, it's that bad in a way. Because for the past 3 months, I've not worked. I've been so focused on learning. And sometimes, everyone around me will be like, leave these studies. You keep learning. Leave this learning every day. Go there. You know, say it's your business. If you know day, it'll be like, say they shake, you know. But me, I'm going to be like, I know people are going to judge me. I know everybody's going to feel like, oh, he's not available. Maybe I zero out that money or something. You know, I mean, the pending jobs I had and all that. And then I still had too many commitments I was yet to fulfill. But I can tell you, learning Agile, Jira, project management, policy, writing policy, how to use Excel properly. I say Excel, Google Sheets, like how to use Google Sheets properly. All this while I've been creating all my database on my SQL. I know how to use spreadsheets, right? But to do things like maybe do normal prediction, data analysis. I did data analysis. Those ones is not what I'm talking about. I mean, using spreadsheet to manage budget of your company. Okay, if you asked me before, what is my company assets? I don't know. I don't know what my company assets was. How can I even know my net worth to even start it? The gist is plenty, but I don't want to overextend it. So practically, I wasn't knowing a whole lot before, but now I'm beginning to really understand what MDM is. So, I came here because I wanted to tell people that I think I would have liked it if you everything like this, but don't worry, we're getting out soon. So I came here because I wanted to tell people that now I'm able to really learn that I would have been able to remotely monitor those computers. Like, no, they come like this. And I say for my back, okay, like this. Now press the 0.5. Is there a 0.5? That's 0.5. Once in a while, you use that 0.5. Okay. So, let me head back. I was giving them a gist on. Okay, let's talk about it from here. Let's talk about it from here. We can discuss about it from here. So, what I'm doing right now is practically learning Google Calendar. I took my time yesterday to learn Jam, which is how to manage remote devices of your employees as a company. Some access control. I also learned there's one this called Octal. It's called Identity Access Management. There's so many things I've really learned. Identity Access Management is, as your company is, you need to have the identity of every employee. You need to be able to state the access of the access like they would have to certain kind of folders, because for instance, we would want to have a folder to store maybe lots of company record, company data, maybe that could be HR. Now there should be a system to have everybody's identity, the things we should have access to, the place they've been. So if you give them a particular access to a document, this is why Google Workspace is even important. Let's say somebody was working in your firm, they're no longer working in your firm, but there's some documents that is usually being updated, some logs, some reports, that this person is not working in your firm again. So security wise, logic wise, it's nice. They should no longer have access to those companies data, anymore. So these things were kind of difficult to manage before, but now I started getting to learn how to manage all these things. The IAM means identity access management. Then I learned device management, which is the one I also learned. So it means right now in my firm, I also have this thing. This is their card. When you go to a very big firm, you enter the lifts, you get to where it is like FBI. You put your welcome, Mr. Blah 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 blah. Get one big Dannyokec group saver where we restore everything. Practically, there's so many beautiful things. I wish I could just keep talking about the things I've learned. Why these things were happening, my business went through hell because I was not making money. I was not even focused on anything finances. I did not even drive traffic to my sites. Like everything, money just my Google AdSense threshold is $15,000. I stopped at 12. It's only now I'm even hoping to make money from the 21st. But I'm not really bothered that much because I see myself learning the things I should really learn. I see myself planning and doing the things I should be doing because right now I am more secured that billionaire I want to be. I always wanted to be a billionaire, but how do I become a billionaire? Billionaire before 35 is my motto. Then okay, you're gonna be a billionaire before 35. You'll be a billionaire one day. You have a corporation, a company, skyscrapers where it is on Wall Street. All those Wall Street fames. So big, just look through the view and see the whole of the cities. Have one big aqua board there. I was asking myself, how will I get there? Go to CAC, I call this CEO, but something they tell me, so my get with you still they lack. So these 3 months, the orientation, the learning, it's crazy. Now let's talk about what I have been trying to learn. This calendar. So this particular calendar now, I want to start creating times people can book me. Before I don't used to always be available. I had social disorder. Yes, the solution is coming. It is because I had so much work to do. The work was after my life. I had to code, I had to do so many things. So I had to be focused on one thing at a time. Hence my social disorder. If I'm working on this particular project, I don't want anybody to disturb me. So I don't go and make mistake. But now I'm beginning to have so many chiefs, so many people handle lots of job. It means I will now be free to start going on calls like a normal human, like a normal person should. Because I felt it was abnormal. I'm always so isolated, always going out for weeks, not in touch with anybody because I have to code, I have to do something. But right now I want to be organized. I want to have what we call a calendar. So I'm going to create a link, which is exactly what I was learning. That's what I've been taking a course on.
It says download certificate.
So that was what I was actually taking a course on before I had to start telling you about multiple device manager and what I learned I am. So I've been taking a course since yesterday on how to fully automate my workflow. I want people to be able to book an appointment with me from my calendar. Like I'll just go to my profile now and say, contact me. When you click there, you see my calendar, right? I could use Notion to put a tutorial. Do you want to have business with me? Book a proposal online, and then you just give me an overview, right? And then I'll have lots of AI models that will be my PA. So when you bring in an overview, the AI models will do the analysis and will just give me a response on if the proposal will make sense. So I'll be talking to the AI to ask the AI what it has gathered from what you said, and then the AI will just I'll just have lots of models, so that way anybody can reach me, and the AI would know my. Am I going too far? Because then they realize that they go too far. What I'm practically trying to say is they will have my calendar online to be able to go there and pick. You tell me why you want to see me. You would describe the overview. I don't want it to be based on money. I want, if somebody has a big work worth millions, fine, you bring it. If somebody wants to see me for maybe consultation, advice, maybe talk, maybe somebody has something to hint me or tell me, anybody should be able to reach out to me. Now normally I would need to have personal assistants, people who would be there to help me do all my bookings the way if a normal human being does it, right? Yes, I would still have them, they would still be there, but I would want AIs as well to listen to people. So because I know that would be a point, I want to have lots of people reach out to me, and I don't want to get to any point where I don't become accessible to people who have important information for me, because most people have really gone down. But while they were going down, there were lots of people who wanted to come and tell them that maybe these people around you, they're not good, or you know. Someone was telling me a story the other day. He said the problem with Nigerian companies is that you go to maybe a supermarket, you go to maybe a business establishment, the manager is vandalizing the money, misbehaving, you know, employees are turning the place to someone and Gomorrah, they're being so rude to customers, you know, the product is not being, quality standards are not being followed, you know, accountant is embezzling the money, but nobody can talk to the chairman of the company, nobody can reach the CEO of the company, because those ones are completely inaccessible. So they surround themselves with people who they think would, you know, filter the messages, because they don't want any Tom, Dick and Harry to send a message, right? So they put those people there to filter, and those people would see you trying to bring in information that would expose the evil they're doing, and will give a message on site. So I want to have AI too to be helping me check. So even if somebody doesn't have money, but then this person might maybe have a beautiful project, maybe somebody in some part of Africa or some part of Asia, some part of whatever the world, that maybe likes my automation thing, maybe wants to put me on a podcast, maybe wants to host me on an event, maybe wants me to come to their school and do their event. Why not? Even if I become a billionaire, worth 200 billion, even if I become richer than, in fact, my aim is, if I actually get to any point in my life, let me just be there for people who really wants to learn and help them learn, because I love learning, right? All I do every day is tutorials. Everything I know today with software development, I didn't learn any. Okay, I learned little things in school, but YouTube was the only school I went to that I can say I learned all my things from. So I want to be also that person who would, you know, consistently be able to teach people who wants to learn, create media content, be available to them. Some people watch these videos, but if they could see this person that is teaching them right now, it will even encourage them. Man, go. Imagine somebody watching my video trying to learn Node.js, only for me to now open my calendar. You now book with me. I came in, I brought one MacBook M4. See, latest MacBook M4. I saw your story, the one you wrote about how you always love how to code, but you couldn't code. But the little small laptop they used to register SIM card you had, you started learning because of me. I'm happy I was able to inspire you. This is a solar energy video, this kind of things, documented. They even open a foundation and people are funding, and we're trying to help people who wants to learn. So this kind of things will not be possible if people cannot reach out to me, because if I mount human beings around, they will only be more interested in the deals that will come in. And you know the way it is, there's some top politicians, top businessmen, we can't even tell them any advice, even if we see them going down, because there is no way to get to them. So I'm learning Google Calendar so I can integrate AI that will filter your messages, even have models that you'll be chatting with, will get to know you. Then if what you're saying is making sense, you bring it to me. Then I'll still have human beings too, who will obviously go through some other things, like the up level one. So how I want it to be is that my calendar is going to be online. I'll put the days I'm going to be available. Then people will be able to tell me what they want, to schedule a video, which is going to use a Google form. They will tell me a short description of what they want, and then they will send it. It will just come to my email, right? Then I'll open it. Okay, like now I'm here, I'm seeing an interview. Somebody wants to talk to you. Okay, the question is there already. What do you want to discuss with Mr. Daniel? What industry? Is it business related? Is it this? If you say it's business related, it will take it to real human beings. Then they will not be the one to start following business. If he says he inspires me, I want to see him, then it will not take you to the place. It will not sort it to another place. Then I can now go to that place. Maybe AIs will help me process. I will now listen and say, okay, fine, you know, this person really needs my help. I was able to inspire this person. Okay, I accept the proposal. If it's suggestion, if it's a report, security. So I will have different categories, right? And supervise them with AI and humans. And so anybody can be able to book me anytime. And we'll just, if we accept your proposal, it will send you an email and tell you that, see, we have accepted, Dannyokec has accepted to talk to you. So this thing I'm going to do right now is beyond just how to book on Google Meet and Google Calendar. But what I'm learning is something I can still resell to other people. It's something I can still make a course around it. So since yesterday to now, I've been at it. It has also made it hard for me to follow up messages. Like I have people right now whom if I check my message now, they're probably angry that I've not responded to them. And me myself too, I'm not even doing sports betting that much. When did you see me talk about betting last? I don't talk about betting. I don't talk about AdSense. And it's not because they don't work. It's not because I'm no longer doing them. It's not because they have issues. But it's because I feel this company, the Dannyokec Group, I think it's beyond all these things. I think it's beyond just making money. I will stop Google AdSense one day. Yeah. Because my plan right now is to make OKBots one of the best browser automation software. Do you have something you want to automate? You want to automate this thing across multiple browsers. I want to start creating models, AI models that I can install on smart TVs with sensor. Imagine you don't have hand. Let's assume right now I don't have hand. Right? And I'm at the hospital and I want to browse. I can't browse. I can't type on the keyboard. Now imagine there was an AI, a browser automation software that you can actually say, open Facebook, email dannyokec@gmail.com, password, blah 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 blah, login, open my inbox, schedule a call with Mandy, put me on a video call with Mandy. Hi Mandy, how are you doing? I'm so good. Oh, has anybody attended to you today? Not really. I was able to order you a pizza, but I'm yet to, okay, hold on. Let me head over to DoorDash. DoorDash, okay. Now, while you are talking, something is understanding you like a human being, even if your keyboard is not being moved on your mouse. This thing controls any web browser. Chairman, that is my dream for OKBots. AdSense, I will leave at one time, come on, right? I want to be able to do great things with the Dannyokec Group. To be able to automate anything, whether it's Forex, it's crypto, it's anything. Can you do it as a human being? You get me as a human being. One night, now. That is just what I want to do, right? So, me not actually betting every day, spending time, driving traffic to my Google AdSense account, coming online to tell you guys, oh, I made this S amount, pull off on my Vela, pull off on my other cars, let you know so what they be. Instead, I'm trying to say, okay, what do I really do? Because this is the old Dan. I want to be somebody who would really be impactful. I want people to come across me and get happy because actually my living, it's actually valuable. Not from a place of ego, but from a place of value. Whether you want something good or you want something bad. Do that until next time. Okay, so whether you want something good, so they don't get to take it out of context, because we're still getting to build what it is. But I think good and bad is relative in the sense that, for instance, let's look about OKBots. The only reason why I do what I do on Google AdSense is because I feel I was putting in lots and lots of efforts in making videos, in making tutorials, and so I wasn't making a whole lot of money from my Google AdSense. Why? Because my traffic is from Nigeria, a third world country. Our traffic doesn't have value. Whether you have 20,000 people visit you from Nigeria and they click on your adverts. But then I started getting to understand how browser profiles work. And slowly, I was able to use good process from the US. I started making tens of thousands of dollars in AdSense. Like, how was it even possible that I had more organic traffic than I did using some browser profiles I had already configured? But then it told me that, okay, fine, I can actually reward myself if I know I'm putting in more effort. I know to an extent sometimes I look about the OKBots. I wish I could focus more on creating something beautiful. Like, for instance, I could have lots of crypto wallets, lots of social media platforms, and I will log them into OKBots. And then I don't have to really have a physical computer. Any computer, any VPS I get access to, if I put in my OKBots API, I should be able to log in and have access to all my browser. All the profiles should be intact. I don't have to log into any place I've already logged into before. OKBots is the only thing I need. I have my API key offhand. It means I have 1,000 browsers, 2,000 browsers that I've used to do so many things, and it's like having a full computer with an API key, because everything you do on a computer nowadays is on the cloud. All the clouds are basically cloud accounts, right? You log into Google Cloud, Google Drive, you log into OneNote, you go to docs.google, you have places you work, your Facebook, your Instagram. So virtually everything you do are currently like online on browsers. You log into browsers. Now sometimes you use app, but even these apps all have services on the browser. So OKBot backs up all your browser profiles, even gives you the ability to automate things like run automations across these platforms, whether it's to make all the place you have logged into Facebook, go and open one Facebook post, or all the accounts you have created and logged into different YouTube, maybe they should open a channel and just keep hitting the subscribe button. Whatever automation you want to run, OKBot does it. You see the beautiful things around OKBot, coupled with the fact it could, in some time, automate what people say and do with their computer, right? Like people who are not even, like people who don't have arms can now control their computer with just voice. So it's making me want to create a very big thing that would really solve real problems, but then yet still, the only way I can make money is through Google AdSense. So Google AdSense pays $20,000, $30,000. I'm able to use it to hold myself. But these 3 months that I've not even drove traffic, I've been taking different tutorials. It's affecting me, but then this is my Google Calendar. That was the course over there. So I wanted to give you all a walkthrough on what my day has been. I've not yet done the workflow automation, but if I do it, I will let you know. And if you're not on my YouTube channel, please go check the YouTube. See you later.